The drama begins with the female lead, Ying, who is running towards the airport. Her best friend, Yi, is with her. Yi asks her, "Where are you going so suddenly?" Ying explains, "I have to go to another country right now." Why? Because her boss said, "There is no other reporter available at this time, so you will have to report and host an esports show." Ying is new to the channel and hosts well, but her experience is still limited, which is why she can't refuse her boss. So, she is forced to go. Yi explains to her how to host, what the environment will be like, and what to do, because this is the first time Ying is going to such a distant place for hosting. This is an international esports match where she has to host. However, Ying has absolutely no knowledge about esports. Then, in the next scene, it is shown that Ying has landed. On the other side, the male lead is shown, who is the captain of an esports team. The name of this team is Legends. The Legends team has 5 players who are discussing before the match what their strategy will be for today's game and how they will win. All the players seem quite confident. Meanwhile, on the other side, Ying is shown, who has left the airport but is not able to find a taxi. And on top of that, she is already late for the show. She feels that she will not reach on time, but after a lot of difficulty, she gets a taxi. But the problem is that Ying doesn't know English properly, so she is unable to explain to the driver where she needs to go. Then, in her broken English, she tells the driver, and finally, the driver understands. Then, he takes her to the venue. There, Ying quickly reaches the venue, wears a t-shirt of an event, and immediately gets ready for reporting. In the same show, the commentary team arrives, which includes 2 hosts who introduce both teams. The first team is Sky, and the second team is Legends. The captain of the Sky team shows a very arrogant behavior. When both teams come out of their rooms, the Sky team's captain shows ego and attitude in front of Legends, as if he is superior to everyone. But the Legends team does not pay attention to all this. They remain focused. Then the game starts, but the Legends team loses the first round. At that time, Ying is trying to understand the dynamics of the game. She doesn't understand anything at all. That's why she keeps listening to the commentary and repeating the same things to report on her channel. When a commentator sees her, she quickly leaves from there and goes to stand in the crowd. She listens to people's conversations and posts updates from there. After the first round, there's a short break. Ying calls her best friend, Yi. Yi tells her, "The boss said that you have to take an interview of Legends captain Fang. This interview is very important because Fang might be taking retirement after this match, and the boss wants his very first and exclusive interview to be only on our channel." This is the reason Ying was sent there. Ying gets very tense. She thinks about how she will talk to a serious person like Fang. Just then, she notices some ID cards. An idea comes to her mind. Why don't I wear one of these ID cards and become a staff member and reach Fang this way? She stands there thinking, will this idea work? While she is thinking all this, the drama's male lead, Kong, arrives because Ying gets very excited and starts cheering during the match. She jumps so much that her skirt tears, and she doesn't even realize it at that moment. He sees that a girl's skirt is torn, but without seeing who she is, just out of humanity, he takes off his shirt and ties it around the girl so that she doesn't get embarrassed. Ying doesn't realize what happened at that moment. When Kong leaves, she sees that someone has tied a shirt around her waist. Then she realizes that her skirt was torn. On the other hand, Kong goes to his manager, with whom he wants to talk about the team's strategy. But the manager is only thinking about profit. He has nothing to do with the team or the players' feelings. Kong, along with his coach, explains what the plan should be for the next round and how they can win the game. But the manager doesn't take anything seriously. In the next scene, Fang is shown in the restroom. He is standing in front of the mirror, thinking about what to do now. He has been coming to this tournament for 3 years, but he always comes in second. This time, he feels that this is his last chance. That's why he has come with the dream of winning the trophy for his country. He is very sad. Just then, Kong comes to him and encourages him. "You are not alone. We are all with you." Then the second round starts. The Legends team is performing quite well. Captain Fang also gives a tremendous performance at the beginning. The Sky team gets worried. They feel they cannot win. Ying again asks people in the crowd what is happening now, how the match is going, and she keeps recording all this and somehow reports it. The Legends team is doing much better, but after some time, Fang's hand gets tired. He has been playing continuously for so many days that now his hand is not responding properly. He can't play fast. Because of him, the team becomes weak. The other 4 players are at full force, but due to Fang's mistakes, the team loses. At the end of the match, Legends loses. Tears well up in the eyes of all the fans. The Sky team is celebrating their victory photos with the trophy, cheering. There's a lot of commotion, but the audience's heart was with Legends. Everywhere, people are sad. Backstage, Fang breaks down in tears. Along with him, the other players also start crying. Kong handles everyone, boosts their morale, becoming their leader. On the other hand, Ying gets a call from her boss. He says he has thought of an idea on how she should talk to Fang. Ying assures him, I will get the interview. But Ying herself is very nervous. She has never even met Fang. This will be the first time she will interview an esports player, and she doesn't have much of an idea about esports either. On the other side, we see that the Legends team is leaving the venue after the tournament. Outside, there is a crowd of their fans surrounding them. Every fan's face is sad because the team's ace player, Fang, has just announced that he is retiring. Everyone is submerged in sadness and emotion. The Legends team members apologize to the fans, saying that they couldn't win the trophy this time either. Fang's face is also sad. He looks very emotional from the heart. His fans love him so much that some people are even crying. Fang had been with Legends for a long time and was counted among the #1 players. Every fan had come thinking that today they would go home victorious, but the defeat has broken everyone. All the team members get on the bus. Their mood is very down. Fang's face is filled with tears. Another team member, Juan, is also crying. The coach consoles everyone. He says, Legends never gives up. After every defeat, a victory is hidden. He says, next year we will definitely win the trophy. But right now, everyone's morale is broken. Amidst all this, Kong decides that he will talk to the fans and will come in another car. He tells all the team members that they should go ahead, because they are all emotionally disturbed, but Kong acts stronger. He says, I will tell the people that Legends does not admit defeat despite losing. And if anyone asks about Fang, he will answer, because Fang is not in the mood to talk to anyone right now. Just then, Ying arrives. She thinks that Fang must be in the car now, so she goes and stands directly in front of the car so that the driver stops the car. The driver hits the brakes and everyone gets scared, but they see that she is completely fine. Kong also comes and is surprised to see Ying. She pretends that her foot is injured, that she has a sprain. Kong asks about her condition, but she is just acting. She tells Kong that she is a huge fan of Fang and wants to meet him. Kong smiles and says, come on, get in the car with me. I'll introduce you to Fang. Ying happily gets up and runs, without any injury. Kong immediately understands that she was lying, but doesn't say anything. Sitting in the car, Kong teases her. He says, add me on WeChat, so I can later tell Fang what a big fan a girl was of his. Ying refuses. Then Kong says, come on, just give me your number. She doesn't give that either. Kong knows everything, that she is not his fan, just acting. In the car, Kong sees the locket around her neck and says, that locket looks good on you. Ying herself says, yes, I like it a lot. Kong asks her strange questions, which tires her out. When they reach a hotel, Kong says, Fang is staying in this very hotel. You go meet him, I'm going for some work. Ying gets very excited. She thanks Kong and goes inside the hotel. Inside, she looks for Fang everywhere. Then a staff member asks her who she wants to meet. She tries to explain, but she doesn't know English. The staff can't understand anything. Then a Chinese-speaking staff member is called. He talks to her, and when she tells him that she is looking for the esports player Fang, the staff member says, Fang isn't staying here at all. I am a fan of his myself. If he were here, I would definitely know. Hearing this, Ying's anger erupts. Angrily, she calls Yi and tells her that Kong played a joke on her. Yi tells her, don't worry, I'll find out right away where Fang is right now. A little later, Yi tells her that Fang is sitting in a restaurant bar, where other team members are also present. Hearing this, Ying becomes happy and sets out to go there. On the other side, Fang is sitting in the bar and drinking a lot. His condition is quite bad. He was completely broken from the inside. This time, he was trying to win not just for his team but for his country. But due to one mistake of his, the whole team lost, and this was causing him a lot of pain. The other team members also become sad seeing him in this state. Just then, Kong arrives and tries to support Fang. An emotional conversation takes place between the two. At this moment, Ying also reaches there and starts secretly recording everything. And a little while later, Yi's boss also arrives. The boss says, livestream all of this, and Yi tells Ying, start the live stream. Initially, Ying agrees to go live, but as soon as she sees Fang's vulnerability, his tear-filled words, his heartbreak, all of this doesn't feel right to her at all. She doesn't want people to see Captain Fang in this state. So she pretends that the signal is weak and she stops the live stream in the middle. The boss gets very angry about this, but Ying remains firm. She does not want to expose a broken player in this manner in front of the world. Later, all the players leave from there. When Kong is also about to leave, he notices a girl being harassed by a boy. He immediately steps forward and says, this is my girlfriend, stay away. When the boy leaves, Kong sees that the girl is none other than Ying. He angrily says to Ying, you followed me all the way here? Ying stops him and says, I just want to interview Fang. I'm a reporter, and this is very important for my job. But Kong refuses, saying, Fang's condition is not good right now. I won't let him be exposed at a time like this, he says. Ying requests a lot, but Kong does not agree. When Kong gets back in the car, Huan sees that a necklace has fallen. When he picks it up, Kong says, it belongs to a female reporter, but I rejected her interview. Ying still thinks that she has to get the interview, and she finds out that Legends is coming to an event. She immediately reaches there and starts a live stream. But just then, Yi's boss comes and tells her that the event has been cancelled. Now the live stream cannot be stopped, and Ying is trapped. But still, she does not lose heart. She starts dancing there to entertain everyone. The people there are quite impressed by her dance, and some players from the Legends team are also watching this live stream. Huan jokingly says, she looks like Mia, doesn't she? Hearing this, the color drains from Kong's face. He remembers some old memories. Mia, with whom he had a deep connection. Remembering her shakes him from within. He says angrily, never compare this girl to Mia. Then he goes to his room in anger and throws the number given by Ying into the dustbin. The next morning, Ying goes to the hotel to get her necklace. The receptionist tells her that the team just left. She is surprised, but the receptionist tells her that they might still be outside. Ying understands that Kong deliberately told her late so that she would miss them, but she still runs outside because that necklace was given to her by her mother. When she gets there, she sees that all the teams are going to the airport. Just then, the players from the Sky team arrive, and their captain, Jeffrey, again starts making rude comments. He says very insulting things about Fang, that he is slow, useless, a loser. Hearing these words, Kong can't tolerate it. He grabs Jeffrey's collar. The other players intervene and separate the two. But Ying secretly records everything. On the other side, inside Ying's company, there is a new employee of Xing, who is the top host and reporter there. The whole office is buzzing with her praises. Everyone is saying that the content Xing created is trending. Her work is being praised everywhere. At the same time, on the other side, the Legends team is returning in a van. Just then, one of the players checks his phone and is shocked. Someone has uploaded the entire scene of their fight from the night online, and it has gone viral, but not for positive reasons. It has become negative headlines. When all the team members check, they find out that this video was uploaded from the same channel where Ying works. Everyone looks at each other and just understands that this must be Ying's work. On the other hand, Ying's boss is very happy with her, but Xing secretly calls the Legends manager. In the call, she tells everything who leaked this viral scene. The Legends manager was already bored with the team's issues. He didn't care about the players, he only cared about money. He immediately threatens to take action. The boss also gets a call and immediately gets angry. He starts scolding Ying, saying, you might not even get your salary this month. Hearing this, Ying's face falls. She quietly leaves the office. On the other side, Kong is in a restaurant. This restaurant belongs to none other than Suna, senior player who used to play with Fang, but is now retired. Kong tells him about the recent match and the team's issues. Sun listens to everything carefully and explains to him what went wrong and how they can play better in the future. His words give Kong clarity. Then Sun says about Fang, it seems Fang won't be with you anymore. His heart is broken. Not everyone stays forever. Kong becomes sad. He says, I don't want Fang to leave me. Sun calmly explains to him, I too have left the game. One day, you will have to leave too. The game will go on. On the other side, Ying is having dinner with her friend Yi. Both are talking casually, but Ying shares what's in her heart. I won't get a salary this month, but I will still work. It's very important for me to get a house. Her house where her mother's photo is hung. She says, my mother wanted me to be independent. She's gone, but I am strong because of her. I can do anything for her. Yi understands her and silently supports her. Just then, Ying reveals that she kept calling Kong all night, but he didn't pick up a single call. Yi teasingly asks, which Kong? How did you get his number? What's going on between you two? Ying doesn't blush. She just says, I just need to get Fang's interview. That's why I got his contact. But deep inside, she is also getting confused. The next morning, Kong is sleeping on his bed and next to him is Huan. Kong angrily pushes him. What are you doing on my bed? Huan says, someone was calling you all night. I couldn't sleep at all. I came to give you the phone and fell asleep here. Kong checks the call log and is shocked. Ying had called him 50 plus times. He thinks of calling her but still doesn't. Meanwhile, Ying reaches the gate of the esports headquarters. The security doesn't let her in. Just then, Huan arrives. He is already a fan of Ying. Huan says, come on, I'll take you inside. I'll show you a shortcut. He shows her the entire campus, the trophy room, the training area, the legacy of Legends. Ying gets tired and says, please, I need to meet Kong. Huan smiles. Okay, go inside. He must be exercising. Ying quietly goes inside and is stunned by what she sees. Kong is shirtless, working out. His strong presence freezes Ying for a moment. When Kong notices, he says, are you staring at me? Ying awkwardly says, I wasn't looking at anything. Kong says, what are you doing here so early in the morning? Why did you call so many times? Ying finally says, I need Fang's interview and also my necklace. Kong says, okay, I'll take a shower and come. You wait in the nearby restaurant. Sitting in the restaurant, Ying waits. Just then, Kong makes an entry, casual yet confident. Juan teases him, get ready properly for your first date. Kong ignores him. It's not a date. I just have to give her the necklace, that's it. He takes the necklace from Juan but sees that it's broken. Juan says, it happened by mistake, sorry. Kong says, I'll give it to her. Let's see what she says. In the restaurant, Kong sits in front of Ying and says, you haven't fallen in love with me, have you? First getting into my car, then recording the fight, then giving your number, and now you've even come to meet me. Ying angrily retorts, don't overthink it. There are only two reasons. Fang's interview and my necklace. Kong says, all right, take your necklace. But as soon as Ying looks at it, it's broken. She becomes emotional. She says, do you even know what this was to me? Kong casually says, so what? It was just a necklace. I'll buy you a new one. This makes Ying feel even worse. She starts crying right there and says that some things are very precious. No matter how much you pay for them, you can't get them back. And she leaves from there. After going outside, she is crying a lot. Kong doesn't understand what happened that made her so upset. Now he comes back to his house. Sitting there, he is thinking about her. He thinks, why don't I just call Ying and ask? And just as he's about to call, Juan and all the other players arrive. They say that Fang is going back now. Kong runs to him. He asks Fang why he is leaving so soon. Can't they stay together for some time? And Fang says that no, he has retired, and he wants to leave from here as soon as possible so that some other player can come here and play. He says that he always wanted them to become champions at least once, but he could never win. He says about the trophy, but I believe in you, that you will definitely win. He also takes out a ring that he always used to wear and makes a necklace out of it, putting it around his neck. And here he tells him, I have full hope that you will definitely win this championship for your country. Kong becomes very emotional there. He feels like crying too. Just then, the other players also arrive. They all ask Fang to stay, but Fang explains to all of them that his leaving is necessary, and whichever new player comes, they will all play very well together with him. Juan is also crying a lot there. So he explains to Juan or also tells him that he is the most senior and has the most experience. Therefore, after he leaves, he should take good care of the team. There, he also explains to Lu and says that his combining ability is very strong. With this, he can play very well. He wants this team to always play well together like this. And here he says, bye to everyone and leaves. Then we see Kong, who is very troubled. He takes his bike and leaves from there and goes to sit on a distant bridge. He cries a lot there and is remembering all those moments when he met Fang. Actually, he always used to play matches like this. One day, Fang sees him playing and suddenly gives him an offer to come and play together. And since then, they always played together. He had a lot of respect for Fang in his heart, and now that Fang is leaving, Kong is feeling very bad. On the other side, we see Ying, who is sitting at her home and is very sad about her necklace. Just then, Yi comes to her. She brings her noodles and says, here, your favorites. There she asks her what happened, why she's so sad. Ying tells her that it's nothing, she's just worried. There Yi explains to her and says that everything will be fine. Therefore, she shouldn't take so much stress for no reason. And here, Ying also feels good after listening to her words. On the other side, now we see the manager who is talking to the coach. He says that Fang is leaving, but before leaving, he wants the captain's position to be given to no one else but Kong, because Fang feels that Kong can be a very good captain. And if he becomes the captain, the team will do very well. Here, the manager did not want this at all. He wanted profit, and he knew that if Kong becomes the captain here, he will not pay much attention to any advertisements, but will focus on his team. Here he tells the coach that we should make Yao the captain, but the coach also tells him that Yao should not be made the captain. Although he was experienced and has been playing for a long time, he won't be able to play for much longer. After a year or two, he might also retire because he has aged too. And after Fang, he is the second oldest experienced player. They feel that if the team is to move forward, they should make Kong the captain, because Kong will play for a long time, and in this way, he will gradually become stronger with the team. But Yao will leave the team again after some time, and because of this, problems will start in the team again. Here, despite the coach's insistence, the manager is not agreeing to this. Just then, Yao also comes there and overhears all their conversations. Now in the headquarters, when everyone is sitting together, practicing for the match, the coach is also playing with them. After a while, the coach tells them to let's all go and have food. But here Yao is repeatedly thinking about that contract and the captain's position. That's why he says that he needs to be alone for a while now. Therefore, everyone now goes to eat. And Yao keeps thinking about all these things. After that, we see the coach, manager, and director all having a meeting, where Fang is also present. They are all deciding whether Kong should be made the captain or not. Here, everyone is saying yes, but the manager is repeatedly saying that this will not be right. He should not be made the captain. But here, the director says yes. The director tells everyone that he wants to give him a chance. And here, Fang is also leaving, so they agree. So everyone goes to Kong. But the manager comes there and starts saying that they have to do a lot of advertisements, this and that, sponsorships, many things. This worries everyone that if they focus on advertisements like this all day, when will they focus on their game? Here, Kong says clearly in front of them, I will not do any advertisements, and my team should also play well. Fang enjoys hearing this. He congratulates him. The other team members congratulate him. The coach is also laughing there. But the manager is getting very angry that he said something like that. So he leaves from there in anger. Yao is not at all happy with this decision. He is feeling bad inside, and he feels that he should have been the captain. On the other side, we see the manager who goes to his cabin and starts shouting. Just then, his assistant comes and asks, to which the manager is saying, what does Kong think of himself? And the manager decides that he will get Kong kicked out of the company soon, and he will place some other player here in his place, and he will never let him become the captain. Here, Kong had said, if I win the upcoming match, then it's fine. Otherwise, he will also leave the captaincy. And here the manager thinks of taking advantage of this very thing. On the other side, Ying's boss calls her. When she goes to his cabin, she sees that Xing is also sitting there, and she was perhaps talking to him about something. And as soon as she sees Ying there, she smiles a lot and leaves. Ying now goes and talks to the boss, and the boss tells her that she is not performing well at all. And because of what happened last time, their company is in even more trouble. And that's why he wants Ying to do something very big within a month as soon as possible. If she brings some good news, some sensational news, such that they go viral, or the company makes a huge profit, then it's fine. Otherwise, the situation doesn't look good for her. He is indirectly telling her that if she doesn't do something very good within a month, she will be fired from the company. Hearing all this, Ying feels a little bad, but she says that she will definitely do something very well and will do it soon. When she comes out from there, we see Yan Yan. Yan Yan used to always be with Ying, but now when she finds out that she might be fired from the company, she goes to Xing again. Xing also comes there to tease Ying about what she will do in a month, and Yan Yan also sides with her. Here, Ying understands that Yan Yan is also a little worried about her position, which is why she might be doing this. But Yi cannot tolerate all this. Yi goes in anger and starts shouting at the boss in the office. Now she goes to a restaurant with Ying, where Ying and Yi are both laughing a lot. Ying tells her that she has left her job too. What will she do now? So Yi says that she did a good thing by leaving this job. Anyway, the boss always used to scold her. Now I will go and look for a job somewhere else and work even better. And here she explains to Ying that she has to do something very big within a month. Ying says, what can I do? I don't even have any news. Just then, she says that her necklace was broken by Kong, so Kong will have to compensate her for it now. So why not? Ying should go and ask him if he will play a live match with her. If she can play the live match well and win it, it will go very viral. Now, if they both do well, their news will also be very trending because he is a very popular star. Hearing this, Ying also thinks it's right and decides to do the same. On the other side, we see the office scene, where the manager is telling the director and the coach that Kong will not be that good for the captaincy, and if they take Pai in his place, Pai will do very well. Pai is a very good player, and they are talking about him, but the coach refuses. He says that there is a very good coach named Shu, and I am working under her, and she will never like to come to their team. But the manager says that just let the director agree. I will somehow convince her. So the director says, okay, if you can call her and make her join our team, then definitely try. Here, the manager decides that he will somehow bring Pai and will get Kong removed. After that, we see Ying, who now goes to meet Kong again, but seeing him from outside the restaurant, she starts to leave. She thinks about how she should go inside now, whether to ask or not, whether she should even do this or not. That's why she keeps talking to herself repeatedly and is not going inside, but Kong sees her from a distance. So now when Ying finally decides that she will go and talk to him, as she turns back, Kong is standing right there. Seeing him, she gets scared, but then she asks what Kong is doing here. So Kong says that he was watching her for a long time. She goes forward, sometimes comes back. What does she want? So here now, Ying tells him, you broke my necklace, so I want something in return. Now Kong starts laughing there, says, okay, tell me how much money to give. But Ying refuses. She says, I don't want money, I just need a small help from you. So then Kong asks her what help she needs, in which she says that he should play a live game with her, and if he plays with her, she will become very popular from it, and right now, it is very necessary for her. So here, Kong also says yes to her, which makes her very happy. But just then, a bicycle comes which she is about to hit. So Kong saves her, but then he remembers some other girl, and perhaps that is Mia. And seeing her, Kong immediately stands up and tells Ying to stop copying Mia and leaves from there. But Ying does not understand who this Mia is and why Kong was talking like that, but then she does not pay much attention to it. On the other side, we see Yi, who is now tired of searching for a job everywhere. And she got a job in a very small magazine company. When she goes there, she sees that it did not look like a company at all. And there, the boss also directly tells her that there is not much need to do much work. Anyway, our company doesn't run particularly well, so we just have to do a little work and sit quietly. And nothing else. At first, Yi doesn't like it at all here because she liked to do adventurous things, she liked to find out things, to bring different news. And here, to sit quietly like this, just do a little work, take money, go home. She didn't want this, but now she was not being offered a job anywhere. That's why she had to take this job there. After that, Yi calls Ying, where Ying tells her that he has agreed and she is very happy that finally, if they play live together, she will not have to leave the company now. Yi is also happy for her. Now, on the other hand, we see Fang, who was sitting in a restaurant talking to the coach. The coach tells him how the manager is going to bring pie, and he is sure that he wants to do this to remove Kong from the captain's position now. He is very angry here. Fang says, I have only one last option, that I go and directly sign the contract that I will never come back to the world of esports, to this industry. And that day I was just talking, but if I give them a written contract with my signature, then they will not bother Kong. The coach also agrees with this. On the other side, we see Ying, who comes live and tells all her viewers that after some time, she is going to play a live match with a very big esport player, so all of them should wait for her. Just then, Yi also tells her that no one else but Xing is also making the same announcement. She will also probably play a game with some player, that too live. It means she is definitely challenging her. Now Xing and Ying both go to the office where the boss is very happy. He says that with their announcement, many viewers are very happy and this is now trending. So he wants both of them to play well, and whoever completes this match very well will get a promotion. And he tells Ying that she should not lose this match, otherwise it will not be good for her, because he wanted her to do well, although this will be profitable, but not as much as he wants. So Ying assures him that she will definitely win and he should not worry. After that, she comes home and messages Kong that she is ready. Kong says yes, he is ready. After that, he was thinking about the game with his other team members. They were all sitting together making strategies on how they should play the game ahead. Just then, the manager arrives, who again asks them to go to a show. Kong refuses here. He says that he will not attend any show. He has already told them. Neither will he do any ad nor any show. They just have to focus on the game. On the upcoming game, the manager gets very angry here and leaves from there in a huff. Now everyone was going to focus on the game. Just then Juan comes and tells them that Fang has gone to the office now and some meeting is going on in the office. I don't know, maybe he is signing some contract, from which Kong understands which contract he will sign. On the other side, Ying is very happy for this, and she is waiting there for Kong to come in a little while. But there we see that on the other side, Xing was playing the game with none other than Pai. Pai and Xing were in one team, and on the other side, Ying and Kong were in one team. But there Kong plays with her for a while, but when he gets the news about Fang, he leaves from there and thus leaves Ying alone there. And Ying is not that good a player either, and on the other hand, Pai and Xing are very good. So she cannot defeat them alone and loses very badly, and everyone everywhere is making fun of her. On the other side, after coming to the office, Kong gets very angry. He refuses Fang. He asks how Fang can even do such a thing. How can he sign this contract for him? There the manager says that now, you should keep quiet. Fang is doing so much for you, so you should be grateful to Kong, not talk so much. But Kong refuses him, says that he would never want Fang to make such a big sacrifice because of him, and he would never want that. So the manager says, okay, then how will you prove yourself? None of us believe that you will be as suitable for the captaincy as Yao is. So there Kong also says in anger, okay then, if I don't win the upcoming match, I will not be the captain, I will quit, and I will even leave the team. Hearing this, the manager is very happy because this is what he wanted to get done. Fang also tries to stop him, but Kong does not listen to anyone there. After the match, Ying is very sad. Yi takes her to the Legends headquarters where Kong and Juan already are. Juan sees them and understands that they have come to talk to Kong, so he goes to stop them, but Yi beats him up. Ying goes and talks to Kong, throws his key in the dustbin and says, "How could you do that?" Kong, in anger, says a lot to her. He questions her looks, talent, intentions, everything. Ying breaks down, cries, but Kong shouts even more and leaves her alone. On the way, Yi consoles her. Ying continues to cry even after going home. People are making fun of her, memes are being made, negative comments are coming in. Huan also feels guilty seeing all this. Kong also argues with Huan and finally deletes Ying's number. Ying gets lost in her mother's memories, remembers her childhood remembering her mother's support. She decides that she will not give up. On the other side, the manager wants Kong to lose. He deliberately gives the team the wrong practice opponent so that they get confused in the match, but Kong has already made an alternate plan. On the day of the match, Legends performs well and wins. Kong's leadership impresses everyone. Even Fang and the director agree that Kong is worthy of being a captain. The manager goes crazy with anger. On the other hand, it's Fang's retirement party. Yi takes Ying as an undercover reporter. They both sneak into the hotel wearing staff uniforms. The plan is to cover the party. Fang gives an emotional speech on stage, talking about his career and friends. Yi secretly records it, which Huan sees. But in the end, Kong catches both of them and has all the recordings deleted. There is a slightly intense moment between Ying and Kong, but the misunderstandings are still not cleared. Kong, Fang, Jia, and Huan all come to Sun's restaurant to meet him. Sun is very happy to see them all. They decide to go out and talk, but the restaurant also needs to be managed. So they tell Huan to stay here, and the rest of them will be back in a while. The next day, Fang has to leave. Kong offers to drop him, but Fang refuses, saying, "You focus on your team." Fang wants Kong to become a good captain and win the championship for China. Kong promises that he will try his best. On the other side, Ying is struggling with financial problems. She doesn't have money to pay the bills. Just then, she gets a call from a show. She gets an offer to become a host, and it's also confirmed that she will get paid. Ying becomes very happy. 4 people are invited to the show: 2 esport players, Kong and Pai, 2 hosts, Ying and Xing. They are divided into 2 teams, Kong Ying and Pai Xing. Xing is hovering around Pai, helping him, bringing him water, but Pai is completely ignoring her. As soon as Kong sees Ying, he gets angry. He says, "You must have planned all this, right? To forcefully bring me here?" Ying denies it, saying, "I can't even sponsor it. I'm not that famous either. How would I plan all this?" They start fighting again. Xing makes fun of her. "Your partner isn't even paying attention to you." Ying replies, "First, handle your own partner, then talk to me first." Round. Ying and Xing are standing on a high platform. If the male partner gives the right answer, nothing happens. On a wrong answer, the girl is dropped into a foam pit below. Pai answers every question correctly. Xing is happy. Kong deliberately gives wrong answers so that Ying keeps falling. He is taking revenge. Everyone is laughing. Ying is annoyed. Second round. This time, they have to play a game. Kong initially doesn't participate. Ying struggles alone. But when Pai says, "You guys will lose again," Kong gets activated. He finally helps, and Kong Ying's team wins. Pai sarcastically says, "Your partner was useless, you were just lucky." Later, a rare teddy bear is given to the winners. Ying gets it, and she is very happy. Finally, she has the money to pay her rent. She goes to Kong to return the teddy bear. Ying invites him for dinner, a thank you meal, and she also wants feedback on her esports video. But Kong angrily says, "Will you invite me to your room after dinner? I know girls like you very well. You just want shortcuts. You have the looks, but not the hard work." Ying becomes sad and goes home to cry in front of her mother's photo. When Kong comes home, he sees that Huan is watching Ying's videos in which people are giving her hate comments. Huan says, even if she said something wrong, people can explain it to her. Why so much hate? Kong realizes that Ying was telling the truth. What he had said was wrong. He feels guilty. He himself goes and leaves positive comments on Ying's videos and writes an analysis of where the mistakes were and what should be improved. On the other side, the manager talks to Pai. He offers him a contract, more money, more exposure. Pai sets a condition: "I will be the captain. I will only come if Kong is not there." The manager agrees and goes to convince the director, "Remove Kong, bring Pai, we will get profit." On the other side, Xing manipulates Yan Yan. She tells her to work against Ying. At first, Yan Yan refuses, but when she sees that her job is also at risk, she agrees. At night, Yan Yan goes to Ying's house. Ying makes her noodles. Just then, Yan Yan secretly does something on her laptop, we don't see what. The next morning, an edited clip goes viral everywhere, showing that Kong fought with and hit the Sky Team's captain, Jeffrey. Here, Ying knows nothing. She is asleep. The other players, Kong and his team members, all get worried seeing this scene. The director, everyone is worried. Yi also gets to know about this, so she also gets worried. Then she calls Ying. When Ying picks up, Yi asks, "Did you make that clip go viral?" Ying says, "Which clip?" Yi tells her that the clip she recorded has gone viral, but there was no real fight in it. But the viral video was showing that Kong was hitting Jeffrey. When Ying saw it, she also got worried because that video was posted from her account. Everyone was confused and rumors were spreading that Ying and Kong were dating, and Kong broke up with her. So in anger, Ying made this clip go viral. Because of this, both were getting backlash, especially Kong. Everyone has a meeting in which the director, manager, coach, and Kong are present. The manager says that Kong dated Ying and then broke up with her, so she is upset and did this. He also says that Kong fought with Jeffrey, which was difficult to understand. The manager tells everyone that it would be better if Kong leaves the team. This news had gone viral, so everyone was worried. They decided that they will also file a defamation case against Ying. No one understood what would happen. A little later, it is revealed that Xing was not doing all this alone, but the manager was also with him. Both of them had conspired together because Xing did not like Ying and the manager did not like Kong. Yan had posted that same video from Ying's computer on her account, which is why everyone was misunderstanding. There was also media and a crowd outside the headquarters. On the other side, Yi is angry about how Kong could do such a thing, because she knew that her friend had done nothing wrong. Then Juan comes and takes Yi away and says how your friend can do such a thing. Yi is also angry and starts hitting Juan, saying that my friend did nothing, Kong did everything. Juan says, if you don't know, don't speak. Kong can't do such a thing. He was there when everything happened. Both of them defend their friends and argue. Then in anger, she hits him and leaves. In the office scene, the boss calls Ying and says that there is a defamation case against her, so they cannot keep her in the company. He immediately fires her from the job. When she is collecting her things, the office people look at her and make strange comments. She feels bad, but she leaves quietly. Then we see Yao, who is playing a game alone late at night. Kong comes and says that, don't be so worried. Take some rest. The final competition is also soon. Yao says he is fine and doesn't want to bother Kong. Then there is a scene of Pai's team, where he is telling all the team members to pay attention, but everyone is making fun of him. There is no friendship among them, and no one listens to Pai. Then investors come to the headquarters. They say in anger that because of Kong, the team will suffer losses, shares will fall, and he is careless. Kong says that he has done nothing wrong. This video is edited and fake, but the investors don't believe him. Kong says he will meet Jeffrey and prove that there was no fight. The manager says Jeffrey will never be on Kong's side, and they should not be allowed to meet. If Jeffrey tells the truth, Kong will be saved, and the manager's plan will fail. So the manager decides that Kong and Jeffrey will not be allowed to meet. Ying and Yi are sitting together in a restaurant where Ying looks very worried. Yi comforts her and says that she is always with her and everything will be fine. Just then, Ying gets a call from her stepbrother Ling, whom she has disliked since childhood. Her parents had separated and her mother had also passed away, which is why she could not forgive her father. Her father had remarried, and Ling was his son, but Ling loved his stepsister very much, while Ying never considered him her brother. After this, Yi and Ying go to meet a lawyer. The lawyer says that it would be better if everyone settles, otherwise the case will drag on for a long time, and Ying will suffer a lot of loss. Ying is very worried. When she comes back home, Ling is standing outside the house. He wants to talk to her and offers help, but Ying tells him to leave from there and closes her door. Ling does not leave her and tells his father everything. His father is worried for his sister and tells Ling to talk to his sister. Maybe she will agree. Ling goes to Ying's house with his father. When Ying opens the door, she sees her father, but refuses to let him in or talk to him. Her father tries to explain to her that they should all live together, and he is also ready to bear the expenses of the case. But Ying angrily says that she does not need their help, and she is living her life on her own terms. She throws her father out. After going out, her father is worried. But Ling says that he should not worry. Sister will agree in a little while, and if needed, they both will support her together. Her father is happy to hear his words and leaves from there. On the other side, Juan is seen exercising with the players. Just then, he gets a message from Yi that she wants to meet. He gets ready nicely and goes to the restaurant, where only Ying is being talked about. Yi says, to handle the case, Ying does not have money and how will she manage everything? Juan says that he can't do anything, it's Ying's fault that this was posted from her account. Just then, Yi gets a call from Ying, in which she tells her that she is selling her house, which was her dream, so that the expenses of the case can be covered. Yi is very sad to hear this, because she knows how important the house was for Ying. She angrily tells Juan if he knows how much trouble Ying is in, and then leaves from there. Juan tells all this to Kong, and the three of them talk together. They have understood that Ying did not do all this, Someone else is framing them so that Kong's career is ruined. They decide that they will soon find the real reason. Then, Ying sells her house and gets very emotional. Yi takes her to her house and says that until everything is fine, she will stay with her. And when Ying wants, she can go back to her home. Then Kong goes to the manager's cabin and says that he has arranged a meeting with Jeffrey. The manager knew that Jeffrey would not talk, but he pretends that he will arrange a meeting with Jeffrey. Kong has decided that when he goes to meet Jeffrey, he will follow him and also talk to him. That's why he will follow him this evening. On the other side, Ying has now settled in Yi's house. She messages the manager because she has to talk about the settlement for the case. The manager calls her to meet. When Ying sees Kong's bike there, she draws a face on it with lipstick and then goes to the manager. Kong comes and sees that Ying is talking to someone, but he doesn't understand who she is talking to. Ying angrily curses someone, so Kong follows her there. The manager tells Ying, if you want to settle everything, you will have to give money. Ying says, I know, and I have also collected the money, but don't ask for too much because I don't have that much money. And now my job is also gone. The manager then stops her in front of a hotel and tells her to go there. Ying understands that his intentions are not right, so she refuses and says that she has to go home. When she is leaving from there, the manager stops her and misbehaves with her. Ying screams loudly and tells him to stay away, but the manager does not listen to her. Just then, Kong reaches there and gets very angry seeing all this. He curses the manager and starts hitting him. Ying cries, then somehow gets out of the car and stumbling, she is leaving from there. Kong follows her. He sees that Ying goes to a convenience store and drinks a lot and keeps crying. Kong tries to console her. Ying also throws her purse and says that she has no money. How will she pick it up? She cries a lot. Then, while handling her belongings, Kong sees a picture, which is of Ying's mother, in which there is also a necklace. Seeing this picture, Kong understands how important the necklace was for Ying and why she is crying so much over its breaking. Kong then goes to make the payment. When he is making the payment, Ying starts to leave from there. Kong stops her and says that she has had too much to drink, she should not drink anymore. Then he asks, okay, tell me your home address, I'll drop you. Ying, crying, says, I have no home now, you have snatched my home too. Then she says, you always used to say, right, I just want a shortcut. I am running after a shortcut, so that I am stuck to you for this reason, so that I can get work. A shortcut. She says, I never did that. Whatever I did it with my hard work, and you always misunderstood me. Then she says, now you have ruined me too. I have no home, no job, no money. I have nothing. Today when I went for a settlement, that person tried to force himself on me. She expresses her pain to Kong while crying a lot. Kong feels a lot of regret. He understands that he always misunderstood Ying and thought against her. He gets angry at himself for behaving so badly with a good girl. He falls down crying and consoles Ying. Kong doesn't know where to take her because his phone was also discharged. He couldn't even call Yi. Finally, he thinks of taking her to his house. At night, he takes her to his house and puts her to sleep in the bedroom. When Kong is leaving from there, Ying holds his hand and says, Mom, I have tried a lot. I don't want to give up, but I can't do it anymore. She thinks Kong is her mother and cries, Mom, please, tell me what to do next. Kong feels very bad seeing this. He realizes how wrong he was with her, always misunderstood her. After a while, Ying wakes up and sees that Kong is there. Then Huan also comes there and is surprised to see them both. Huan says to Kong, whenever I went to your room, you used to kick me out. Now Ying is here, what's the matter? Kong scolds him and says, it's nothing. Then Ying asks Kong what happened. Kong says, last night you were very drunk. I didn't know where to drop you, so I brought you here. Ying says, thank you and leaves. Kong says, you remember today we have to meet the lawyer for the settlement, right? Ying says, don't worry, I have the money, and leaves. Then both of them meet with their lawyers. Ying's lawyer asks how much money is needed for the settlement because she doesn't have much money, so it would be better if it is settled for a smaller amount. Kong gives a file from his side. The lawyer is shocked to see the file and tells Yi and Ying that they don't have to pay any money for the settlement. Hearing this, Ying is very happy. After coming out, she thanks Kong. Kong says, it was my mistake, I always misunderstood you. I don't want an innocent person to be punished so much because of me. It's not your fault. I will soon provide proof too. They both talk lovingly. Yi is surprised how they became friends in one night. Kong says, you drank a lot yesterday. Next time don't drink so much, you can't handle it. Then he says bye and leaves. Yi asks Ying who she was with all night yesterday and she also drank. Ying doesn't want to tell anything, so she takes her to the supermarket and says, it's nothing like that, we just went to talk about the settlement, you don't worry so much. Yi believes her. On the other side, the manager tells the director that Kong hit him, and he is lying. The director believes the manager. Then the coach comes and gets angry at the manager that he should quickly tell Kong to settle, otherwise he will be kicked out of the team. The coach calls and asks if Kong has met Jeffrey or not. Kong assures him that he is meeting him. The coach says Jeffrey is leaving by flight this evening. If he doesn't meet him now, there will be a problem. Kong says don't worry, he is in the hotel and waiting for Jeffrey. Then Jeffrey comes. Kong tells Jeffrey if he can write a small article about him, or give a video or talk to people. Jeffrey directly refuses. Why should he help Kong? Jeffrey is happy that he is in first place. Hearing this, Kong says, "So you are fine. The world thinks that I hit you badly, and you are happy." Hearing this, Jeffrey gets angry and grabs Kong. The scene cuts here. On the other side, Ying and Yi are talking. Yi says that the video has gone so viral that Kong's company might terminate his contract and he will be kicked out of the team. Hearing this, Ying gets very worried. She thinks that Kong helped her, so she will also help him. She tells Yi that she wants to help in any way she can. No one understands what they should do. Then they watch the video again in which Yi sees a girl in a yellow t-shirt who is recording the video. Yi says, if we can find that girl, everything will be solved. Ying also thinks that the girl looks like a foreigner, so she doesn't know how to contact her. Then Yi gives an idea that tomorrow there is a match in which a foreign group might also come. Then that girl can talk to them. She is a staff member and can help. Yi thinks that she doesn't know if she has the video or not, but it is necessary to help Ying. She goes to the office and gets the details of when the flight will arrive and tells Ying. Ying reaches the airport but finds out that the flight is 3 hours late. She's very worried but waits. While waiting, she finds out that the flight is repeatedly delayed. It might not even arrive by tomorrow morning. She is very worried because tomorrow morning is the press conference and Kong's contract might be terminated. On the other side, Kong is worried with his members. The manager is very happy and tells his assistant to quickly prepare the contract and get Kong to sign it so that the contract is terminated and he can stay here peacefully. The assistant says all preparations have been made, which makes the manager happy. It's morning and all the reporters have gathered outside the building to attend the press conference. On the other side, Ying has been waiting for her flight at the airport for a long time, but she feels that maybe the flight will not come and everything will go wrong. Yi was also with her at the airport, but now she has to go for the press conference. Ying assures her that she will get the video somehow, so Yi should reach there quickly. The press conference has started. The manager tells the reporters that one of their players has done something which is completely unacceptable, and they cannot keep such a player in the team anymore. They are thinking of terminating the contract. The reporters ask them questions and finally, they announce that they will call Kong to sign the contract. During this, Ying meets the team members. She runs after them, and while going, she comes near a car from where the staff gets out. She is happy to see the staff and asks for help. She finds out that they still have the original video, which she quickly sends to Yi. The manager is talking about terminating the contract. Just then, Yi plays that original video in front of everyone and says, "Look at this. This is the original video, which you didn't know about." The manager is surprised and says, "It's possible that this is also edited. What is the proof that this is original?" The first video also looked original but turned out to be edited. He does not refuse to terminate the contract. Then Kong comes with his team and says in front of everyone that he has proof which proves him innocent. The reporters start asking him about the proof. The manager is also worried. Kong plays a video of Jeffrey in which their fight is shown. Jeffrey had given that video to Kong. Seeing the video, everyone is happy and the manager says he is innocent, so the contract will not be terminated. At that moment, Yi comes, whom Huan sees and comes after. Kong is also there. Yi gets angry at Kong and says, "When you had this proof, why didn't you give it earlier? Do you know how worried Ying is because of you? She has been sitting at the airport since last night. She hasn't slept all night. She sent me this video with great difficulty, yet we couldn't use it." Kong feels bad that Ying did so much for him. Then Yi reaches home where Ying is sleeping tiredly. Yi says, "Today I told him everything." Kong doesn't understand what is happening. Yi asks, "What does she do? You say nothing. You just keep getting scared for no reason." Everyone starts laughing at this. Ying also starts laughing and says, "I also want to take a bath and sleep. I am very tired." Yi says, "Quickly take a bath and sleep peacefully." Then Yi leaves, and Ying gets a message that Kong has called her to meet. He wants to talk about something. Ying happily says, "Yes, I am coming." Ying tells Yi that she is now sleeping in her room, so don't disturb her. She goes to her room and tries on nice clothes, thinking about what to wear, what kind of dress. She wants to look very good because she's going out with Kong like this for the first time after their friendship. Then Yi hears a sound from Ying's room. She says, "She went to sleep. What is she doing now?" When she looks, Ying is trying on a dress. Yi asks, "Now where are you going in such a nice dress?" Ying says, "I was just going to get groceries." Yi says, "To get groceries in such a lovely dress? Tell me the truth. You are going to meet Kong." Ying denies it. "No, we are just going to talk, nothing." Yi lets her go but remains worried. She calls Huan, who happily picks up the phone. She says, Juan, I need to talk to you. Come to that restaurant quickly. Juan happily gets ready and goes, thinking they are going on a date. But when he gets there, he finds out that Yi has come to spy and has brought Juan along with her. There, Yi sees that Ying and Kong are talking nicely and are going to have dinner together. She secretly sits at the table next to them and tries to listen to their conversation. When the waiter comes, they say, just give me a simple soup, we are not hungry, because they have both finished their food. There, Kong and Ying are praising each other. Ying thanks Kong for helping so much. Kong says, I should be thanking you. You stayed up all night and brought this video. You worked very hard. Both of them praise each other. Kong says, from now on, I will never bother you. I want us to be good friends. Ying also agrees and says, I also want us to be good friends. Then Kong gives her a diary that he had written for Ying when she had first asked for help. In that diary, he had written all the mistakes he had made and also tips and tricks. Seeing this, Ying is very happy that Kong has put in so much effort. On the other side, Yi and Juan are sitting there thinking why these two are not fighting. Is everything fine now? Yi is doing full-on spying and Juan can't understand when they became such good friends. Just then, the waiter comes who brings a very lovely meal and many things for them. Juan says, I did not order this, but the waiter says, Sir, you did order this. He places all the food on the table and leaves. On the other side, we see that Kong and Ying are talking. Kong says that Ying should try commentary because there is a lot of scope. If she does it well, she can go very far. Ying also likes this idea because she doesn't have a job now. If she does it for GDV, which is the biggest commentary company, she will get money, fame, everything, and she can make everything right like before. Hearing Kong's words, Ying is very happy. After some time, they complete their meal. Before leaving, Kong says, Juan, it's done now. You heard everything, right? Juan and Yi are both surprised how they got caught, despite so much spying. Kong grabs Juan's ear and makes him stand up too. Yi is running away from there, but Ying sees her, and everyone gets caught. Kong tells Ying, well, since you're here, you pay the bill. Actually, Kong had not ordered the food because he had found out that Juan was at the next table. Both of them leave from there, Yi also leaves, and Juan gets quite stuck there because Kong had eaten a lot of food and the bill comes on him. Everyone goes to their homes. Then, Ying and Yi are walking together. While Yi is telling Ying to stay away from Kong, block his number, don't talk to him, but Ying laughs and says that she is getting worried for no reason. The next day, Yi reaches the office where her boss tells her that he knows what she did. Yi asks, Boss, what did I do? So the boss shows her the same video that was shown at the press conference. Because of this, the company has received a lot of calls, people want to meet, and since it is a small company, the boss is very worried. The boss says to work a little less, take the money, and go home. Yi says that if the name is growing, it's good, but the boss says, this is not good, don't work so much. I also get worried. Then the boss tells her that GDV, a big company, has called Yi for an interview. Yi goes for the interview, but some files are left at home, so she calls Ying to bring the files. Ying reaches the GDV headquarters. There she listens to people's conversations and sees a poster in which the biggest commentator is Luo, who is one of the top 5 players of his time. There is also a show where the winner will work with Luo, and this is for a female commentator. Seeing all this, Ying feels very good. Then Yi calls. Ying goes to her and gives the files. Yi goes for the interview. While coming back, Ying sees the office where commentary is done. She goes inside and thinks how she will do it. Just then Luo comes and angrily says, how did you come inside without permission? Ying just apologizes and leaves from there. People think, what kind of girl is this who sticks around for no reason? They like hardworking people who move forward through hard work. Ying has already made a slightly bad impression. Then she meets Yi and tells her that she wants to go for Tomorrow's Star, wants to partner with Luo for commentary, wants to go to the top. Yi supports her. Ying says that for this, she wants to go to the Dream Traveler's PC room, where the top players are, including Jia, who is also the owner of that PC room and a friend of Fang. She goes to the PC room, and there are many players playing games. There is also a female player who plays very well and everyone praises her. They challenge that female player, but she defeats them. Ying feels very good seeing all the players, and she hears that they need a waitress there. She says she will not be a waitress but wants help from Jia. On the other side, in the office, the director, manager, and Kong are called. The director says it's not Kong's fault, so the contract will not be terminated. The manager is scolded for not checking properly. The manager gets angry that he has to listen to scolding again because of Kong. On the other side, Ying is working hard at home, watching games, analyzing, making notes, because she has to go to that program and do commentary with people. She works very hard and watches videos all night. Then she goes to the PC room, where Pai comes and says, you are playing a game here. Ying says, yes, I can't be a waitress now. Pai is Jia's servant and works as a waiter in the PC room. Jia has a requirement that the waiter must be a high-quality professional player whom he can easily meet. That's why Ying does not qualify to be a waitress and leaves from there. Pai jokes, "You came here because you couldn't qualify." Someone said, "She should learn from Pai. He will explain what to do." Ying starts talking too much and Pai gets annoyed. He gives her a lollipop, which makes her happy. Pai says, "No need to be happy, put this in your mouth and keep your mouth shut," and leaves. The next day when Ying is playing a game, Pai comes and she, while analyzing the game videos, says to him, "If there is any mistake, please explain it to me." Pai says, "Okay, I will explain." He still asks many questions and takes a lollipop from Ying and leaves. After this, we see the office scene where all the players are busy with work. Ying is also there, Kong is also there, and the rest of the team members are also there. But Yao has not arrived yet. Yao arrives quite late. When everyone asks him, he says, "I was not feeling well today." But in a flashback, it is revealed that he had actually gone to meet the manager. The manager tells Yao that if he wants to stay in the team and sign the contract, he will have to do a difficult task. The next match, in which Kong and the team were challenged, if he loses that match, the contract will be signed. Otherwise, the contract will not be signed, and another player will be brought in his place. The manager also said that this condition is without any negotiation. Yao is in tension and thinks about his decision. After that, Ying is in the back room and Kong comes to meet her. She is very happy. Kong says, "I will help you," and Ying says, "Okay, then tell me." Kong guides her on how to play the game. Then both of them go outside where some people are giving flowers. Both of them take the flowers, and Kong gives his flower to Ying and says that she is doing very well and he hopes that she will do even better. Ying tells Kong that she is going to the Tomorrow Star competition and wants Kong to help her. Kong agrees and says that first he will have to check how good she is. Then he takes her to the mall and says that he will name an item and she has to quickly bring it. Ying laughs and asks what kind of training this is. Kong says, "Just like that, first show me you can do it." Ying brings the items very fast. Kong goes to drop her home. On the way, she asks Kong what this training was. So Kong says, "I was checking the speed of your hands because you are learning the game and speed is necessary. The more she understands the game, the better commentary she will be able to do." Ying likes this very much. Kong says, "Don't worry, I will keep teaching you if you need anything. Always come and ask." Then he says goodbye, and as Ying is leaving, Kong gives her all the items that were bought in the mall. Ying slowly reaches home and tries to ensure that Yi doesn't find out. But when she turns on the light, Yi is standing there. He tells her, "You were with Kong again, right? Kong even came to drop you. I saw everything." Yi says, "How many times have I told you that Kong is not good? Stay away from him. He is a crazy person and will trouble you." But Ying says that Yi is worrying for no reason. She shows her the tickets Kong gave her for his final match. 2 tickets, 1 for Yi as well. Yi says, "You think I will agree after seeing these tickets?" Ying tells her that big players are coming and she can write a lot of news articles. Yi also has to go there and she says, "Okay, I am going for my friends." The next day is the match. Huan comes and talks with Yi. Then she goes with him. Then Kong also comes. He thanks Ying for coming. He says that now he will win the match and show her. Then Pai comes and asks Kong what is going on between them. Ying says, "Nothing, they are just friends." Pai says, "Okay," and leaves. Then the match starts. Ying is sitting in her best seat, which Kong had reserved for her. In the room is the Legends team, in which Kong is also present. But Yao looks strange and disturbed. He doesn't seem well. People ask him. He says everything is fine, and he will play well. During the match, Yao goes to the bathroom, where he meets the manager who reminds him that if he loses the match, the contract will be signed, otherwise not. Yao is worried. The match starts, everyone performs well and Ying is happy. But in the last trap, when Kong attacks, Yao makes mistakes, fails to trap the enemies, and the team loses the first round. In the room, everyone is angry at Yao. Huan is yelling at him. Kong calms everyone down, saying that Yao is the most senior player and they should talk to him with respect. He says that he might have been distracted. He will play well in the next match. The manager comes and scolds Yao to play carefully. Then everyone leaves. Sun is also watching the match and messages Kong that something is wrong with Yao. Someone must have said something to him. That's why he is not giving his best. Kong understands that there is a problem with Yao. He doesn't say anything directly to him, just says that he trusts him and he will never betray the team. Then, he also messages Sun that Yao will not do anything wrong. Meanwhile, Yao is very troubled by all these things. He is not intentionally losing this time, but he has so much tension in his head that he remains very stressed. He is in so much tension that he cannot play the game quickly with his teammates, which is why he keeps making mistakes again and again. This troubles the whole team, and VNG is moving ahead with points there. When everyone comes to the room, Huan is very angry. He scolds Yao loudly. that because of you, Kong will have to leave the team. And if anything happens to Kong, we will never be friends again. Just then, Kong and their coach also arrive. The coach tells everyone to go out, but Juan does not agree. The other two players leave, but Juan remains angry. Kong tells Juan that he wants to talk to him about something, so Juan agrees and leaves. Now both Kong and Juan ask Yao to tell the truth. What was the real problem? Kong wants to know before leaving why he had to leave the team. Yao feels very bad, starts crying, and tells them that the manager had blackmailed him. The first time he made a mistake, but he didn't want to do it the second time. The manager kept saying, "I will tell everyone what you did in the first round." Because of this, Yao got so stressed that he lost the game. Yao says that it's not his fault. He apologizes and promises not to make such a mistake again, just that Kong should forgive him. Kong feels very bad and leaves on his bike without saying anything. On the other side, the manager meets Pai. In the restaurant, he tells Pai to sign the agreement, which Pai reads and signs. The manager is very happy because Pai is now going to play for the Legends team. In the office, everyone is worried. The coach tells the director to give Kong another chance, but the director says that this is business, and they are not emotional. Kong will not get another chance. The coach tries to handle the situation, but the manager comes and ruins everything. He says, "I have signed a contract with Pai, so it doesn't matter if Kong doesn't play." He asks to remove Kong from the team. The team players are angry. Juan yells at Yao that the meeting has been going on for so long and we don't know what will happen to Kong. All this happened because of Yao. Yao feels very bad. He gets up and leaves to tell the director directly that it was all his fault. He is leaving when Kong meets him. Kong stops him and says that he needs to talk to him. Yao refuses, but Kong says to come with him for a minute. The scene cuts here. A little later, we see Kong in the director's office. He says that he is leaving the contract himself. No problem, he will not play. The manager is happy and the director also understands. The coach tries to stop him, but Kong refuses and leaves. He goes to meet his teammates, but everyone is very worried. So he doesn't tell anyone anything and quietly leaves from there. Just then the coach comes and tells Juan that Kong has not arrived yet. Juan denies it, but when he hears their conversation, he suddenly understands that Kong is going somewhere and has not told anyone. So he runs from there. The other two players also run from there. Yao feels very bad. He is sitting alone, very sad. The other three players also want to understand him. Just then they see that Kong is leaving with his bike and belongings. Juan tries to stop him. He says while crying, "Kong brother, please don't go. How will I play without you? I can't handle the team alone. We won't be able to stay." The other players also cry and ask Kong to stay. But Kong says that it's too late now. He can't stay. He will see what to do next. The next day, Fang finds out about all this. He calls Kong early in the morning and says that he is taking a flight back to China tomorrow. Kong tells him to live his life peacefully. There is no need to take so much tension. Kong will manage everything, but Fang says that he can't do anything alone, so he is coming tomorrow to support Kong. Kong does not refuse this and says, "Okay, see you tomorrow." On the other side, Pai is in his cousin Jia's PC room. Jia gets angry at him for signing a contract with Legends and leaving his team. "How could you do this to VNG?" Pai says, "I just wanted to play in Legends, that's why I went." Jia gets even angrier and says this was wrong. He asks what was the real reason he went. Pai says that he wanted to play with Kong. He had always admired Kong and wanted to play with him. Jia is surprised and asks, "Do you even know that Kong has been kicked out of the team?" Hearing this, Pai is shocked. He asks, "Are you telling the truth?" Jia says, "Yes, I am telling the truth. Kong has been kicked out of the team." Pai gets very worried and leaves from there and goes straight to meet Kong. Kong is in a restaurant. Pai also comes there. Pai tells Kong that he left the team. Kong says, "I had to leave the team, it was very necessary." Pai angrily says, "I wanted to play with you. You turned out to be a big coward. You just left quietly." Kong says, "I had to leave the team, it was very necessary." Kong says, "Now you are the captain of the team, so play well with the team members." Pai says, "I always play alone. I don't depend on others." Kong says, "You will have to depend. Only then the team can move forward." He wants Legends to become world champions. Saying this, he leaves from there. Pai gets angry at this. How can Kong say such a thing? And how can he leave the team? In a flashback, we see that Kong went to meet Yao. He says that the manager is after him. He will get him kicked out of the team. So he doesn't want Yao to leave too. After that, he will also leave. He tells Yao that you are the eldest. You are the most senior. You handle the whole team. I have faith in you. That's why Yao stays and becomes quiet. On the other side, Ying finds out that Kong has been kicked out of the team. She checks articles, confirms that it is true. She is confused about what to say to Kong. She messages Kong that he has been kicked out of the team, but then deletes the message thinking that maybe this is not right. Then she messages Kong and invites him to a restaurant where she also brings his favorite strawberry milk. Kong laughs at this and says, "Okay, I'm coming." He comes to the restaurant. Ying asks him, "Did you get kicked out of the team? I read such news, saw it in articles. Who says this?" She says, "Don't worry, I know you will do very well." Kong laughs and says, "Yes, I will do quite well, so you also don't worry." He asks her, "How is your preparation going?" She says, "I don't understand. I am not good at the game." Then he says, "Okay, let's go to the PC room." She says, "How can I go? Pi will also be there, and it won't be good in Jia's PC room." He says, "Don't worry, I will teach you. That's the biggest PC room, come with me." He takes her there where people are commenting on him that Kong has been kicked out of the team and he is not a good player. Kong ignores these comments and sits with Ying in the PC room and starts the game. He teaches her a lot of tricks. Pi brings tea for everyone there and says that those who play in the special PC room get free tea. Then he leaves. Outside, the staff is making strawberry cake, for which Pi adds more strawberries for Kong. Jia is surprised to see him and asks who the cake is for. The staff says, maybe for Kong. Jia thinks how much Pi loves Kong. Pi goes inside and gives the cake to Kong. Kong asks, "Is this also free?" Pi says, "Yes." They both make fun of Ying for not knowing even the small things in the game. Kong scolds him to be quiet. "I will teach her." Pi laughs and leaves. Ying keeps making mistakes, but her attention is more on Kong. Feelings for Kong start to arise in her heart. She keeps looking at him, and Kong laughs and says, "Dude, focus on the game." After the game, they both walk and talk. Ying asks if any team has offered Kong a contract. Kong says that no one has contacted him yet because his image in the media has been damaged, and he has been kicked out of the team. Maybe no one will offer a contract. Ying says everything will be fine. They both promise that they will reach the top of the world together. Ying says, "Don't worry, we have promised that we will become top players." Just then, Kong gets a call from an American company, which is the world's #3 company, and they want to sign a contract with him. Ying is happy and says, "You should go. This is a good opportunity." But Kong refuses. Kong tells his story that when he was in another country, people used to make fun of Chinese players. Once he had defeated a European player, but people used to say, "Chinese players are useless." That's why Kong wanted to do well and bring China to the top position. He wanted to play with the Chinese team. Kong says that he will sign the contract. Someone is confident that he will. Both of them go home. Ying dreams that Kong is winning a big championship, and she is announcing his victory. Just then, Yi comes and wakes Ying up. Yi asks, "Why were you smiling so much in your dream?" Ying says, "Nothing. It was just like that." On the other side, Pi is saying goodbye to everyone in his old team. He brings pastries and drinks for them, but his teammate Ji makes fun of him, drops his pastries and says, "It fell by mistake." The team calls him a traitor for leaving them. Just then, Shu comes and motivates Pi, saying, "You're doing well. Legends is a good team." Pi feels good and says goodbye and leaves. These scenes show that Kong and Ying motivate each other. Kong faces his challenges, and Pi is adjusting to his new team, but also feels the pain of being away from his old team. When Pi reaches the Legends office, Huan is already angry there. The director, manager, coach, and players are also there. Everyone introduces Pi, but Huan angrily tells him that he can never take Kong's place. Then he leaves in anger. The director tells the coach to teach Huan some respect. Otherwise, there is a risk of him being banned from the game or kicked out of the team. Then he leaves in anger. Then Kong is approached by a small but good team for a contract, but Kong refuses. Then he goes to Sun, who says that now only the VNG team is where he can play well, and Pi is in his team. On Sun's advice, Kong decides to talk to Shu. The Legends players are playing, but Huan is not paying attention. The director tells them that because of Pi, VNG's sponsors have also come to Legends, which makes everyone happy. Huan gets even angrier and tells Pi that he will never accept him, only Kong. Pi tells Huan to focus on the game. Huan speaks angrily and leaves. Pi says, "I'll win by playing alone and show you." Then Pi really wins, which impresses the rest of the team, but Huan is still angry and doesn't talk. At home, Ying and Yi are sitting. Yi tells her that her boss asked for an interview, and she is going to interview Sun, whom she dislikes. She asks Ying to come with her, and Ying agrees. On the other side, Kong tells Huan that he is thinking about another company's contract, and he wants Huan to play peacefully in the team without fighting. Huan says that Kong can't do anything without him. Kong says not to worry and to play well with everyone. Kong goes to meet Shu. On the way he meets Ji, who speaks ill of him and tells him to stay away from the company. Kong refuses and meets Shu. Shu likes Kong's plans and agrees to sign the contract. Yi and Ying are waiting for the interview, where Ji comes and annoys everyone by praising himself. Yi shuts him up and the interview continues. Later, Yi tells Ying that something is going on between Ji and Shu, but Ying denies it and tries to keep Yi away. Yi repeatedly says that Kong is not good, but Ying doesn't listen to her. Shu is happy with Kong's presentation and says they will sign the contract tomorrow. Kong happily leaves. Then Kong goes to Sun and tells him that Shu liked the presentation and he will sign the contract tomorrow. Then Gon comes and says that he will not sign the contract because Shu is having problems and they don't have sponsors. But Shu wants Kong to join the team, even if there is no sponsorship. Kong can manage the team well after Pai's departure, but he won't be able to do it so well. Shu, regardless of her position, wants Kong to join a good team and build his career. Hearing this, Kong feels bad, but he refuses. The next day, she waits for Kong, but Kong doesn't come, which makes Gan say that he will not sign. Shu gets angry and goes to Sun's restaurant to meet Kong. Kong and Shu talk about old times, and Shu asks Kong to sign the contract. Kong, by symbolically giving his fee as $1, expresses his intention to show his ability in the team, to which Shu agrees. In the PC room, Ying, after initially losing a top player's challenge, wins with Kong's motivation. She gets a chance to work and practice in the PC room, where her cousin Jia gives her an ID card. At night, Kong and Ying have dinner at a hotel. Kong takes care of her hands. On the other side, Yi is angry because Kong signed the contract and became the captain. Ji, along with his enemy players, thinks of challenging Kong. Kong arrives at V Anji's headquarters, where the team members separate into their rooms. Kong asks Shu who he would like to stay with. Shu points towards Lu Sheng's room. Kong is pleased with the cleanliness there. Pai sees Kong's notebook in his room, which makes Huan angry. A competition ensues between the two to see who will make the other laugh first, in which Pai wins. Shu introduces Kong as the team captain. Ji angrily challenges him, but Kong easily defeats him. Ji asks his teacher Gan for another chance, but is refused. The team accepts Kong as captain, but Ji leaves in anger. Ji meets his girlfriend Xing, who consoles him. Yi, coming home from work, meets Huan, but she ignores him. Huan scares her away with the threat of calling the police. In the PC room, Ying delivers orders. Two boys make fun of her, but Pai throws them out and returns her diary. At night, Yi shocks Ying when she talks about being Huan's ex-sister-in-law, which makes Ying sad. In the restaurant, Pai defends Ying when Qing harasses her. Kong sees Ji and Shen bullying Tong. He stops them and talks about unity. Ji and Shen are angry. Pai asks Yao the reason for Kong leaving the team and learns about Huan's hatred. Pai feels bad for Kong and gets motivated. Jia motivates a depressed Ying, and Ying becomes happy after practicing. In the meeting room, Kong explains his strategy and plans to change Lu Sheng's position, but Lu Sheng refuses. The rest of the team members do not listen to him. Kong does not lose hope. On the other side, in the evening, Kong goes to meet Ying again. They, as usual, get strawberry milk because Kong loved it. They are talking there. Ying is telling him that she doesn't understand how to convince teacher Luo. He is not ready to listen to anything she says at all. Then Kong gives her an idea. He says, "Why don't you shoot yourself? Make videos of yourself doing commentary and always show them to him. Give him the video to check once a week. Just tell him to watch your video once a week. If there is any mistake, let him know." Then he says, "He can do that much, right? He can take out time once a week, right?" Ying says, "This is a great idea. I will definitely try." The next day, we see that all the members of the Legends team are playing, but Huan is again fighting with Pai. In the conversation, it is revealed from the coach and some other people that perhaps Kong had talked to Pai about something. That's why Pai gave Huan a chance. Hearing this, Huan gets even angrier and leaves from there in a huff. On the other side, we see that Kong is playing basketball with Lu Sheng because Lu Sheng doesn't believe in himself. He thinks he can't do it because Ji and Sheng have put it in his mind so much that he just can't do it. That's why he can't do anything. Kong, after getting permission from Shu, calls Lu Sheng to play basketball because Lu Sheng loved basketball. Kong wanted that when Lu Sheng defeated him in basketball, his confidence would grow. Then he would be able to focus on the game as well. Lu Sheng shows absolutely no interest there and repeatedly loses to Kong. But he doesn't even try to win. He repeatedly says that no matter how Kong plays, Kong will win. He is playing like that. Kong tells him, "Can't you play at all? You are so stupid, no confidence at all, you can't do anything." He deliberately tries to increase his anger, but it has no effect on Lu Sheng. On the other side, from the window, we see that Shu and Gan are watching all this from above. Gan says, "Are you out of your mind? Why would you ask that girl to play like this? You will mess everything up, Shu. Your position will be gone. You should think about yourself." Shu says, "Don't you worry. Whatever he is doing it completely deliberately. Because of this, Lu Sheng will do well." Gan doesn't understand her at all. On the other side, at home, Ying is shooting her video while doing commentary. Yai is also with her, supporting her. She is just watching how she does commentary and records it very well. Meanwhile, Kong is trying to fix the team. He wants V, Angie, and everyone to stay in unity now. But Ji and Sheng are not listening to him at all. On the other side, Shiluo comes back to the PC room to talk to everyone, but no one there is watching Ying's video. He comes to give his presentation. Then Ying starts her video. Luo has to watch the video in front of everyone. Luo very harshly points out her mistakes, scolds her in front of everyone, and says, "Next time, I don't want to see such a video." Then he leaves from there in anger. Everyone starts laughing. When Ying comes out, Jia says, "Do you know how good it was today?" Ying says, "What was good?" "Luo scolded me so much." Jia says, "What did he say last before leaving?" Ying starts thinking and then remembers, "Next time I don't want to see such a video." Jia says, "It means he wants to see your video next time, silly. It means make a video again next time with good corrections. He will like it." Hearing this, Ying gets motivated again. On the other side, we see that Xing meets her boyfriend Ji, and she is very angry there. She says, "I don't know what these boys think of themselves. Someone just played their video in front of everyone and came into the public eye. I don't know what she thinks she is. She talks nonsense." But Ji tells her, "Don't worry, everything will be fine." And here Xing tells him, "Now I will focus on my career, so I might have to talk to some boys. Meet them, so don't feel too jealous." She starts telling him there first, but Ji trusts her a lot, so he says, "Don't worry, I won't do anything, so you can go and focus on your career peacefully." Now, when Ying comes home that day, she sees that her friend was also there, and this was no other friend but the same friend Yan, who had leaked her videos, which is why in the beginning, both Kong and Ying were trapped. Here Yan confesses and tells that she did everything, she was feeling very guilty, and she had gone to ask him all this before. That's why Yan comes here and confesses this. Here Ying also understands that it was not her fault either because actually all this was done by Xing, and she had sent her on a shoot like that, and had also taken some pictures, which is why she couldn't do anything, so she had to do it. Now, hearing all this, Ying gets very angry. She goes straight to Xing's office and starts telling her in front of everyone, "I know what you did, and what you did with Yan. You did this to me," and says everything in front of everyone. Xing says, "Don't lie." Just then, the boss comes and handles both of them. Then, there in front of everyone, the boss tells Ying that he wants her to rejoin their company, but Ying refuses and leaves. And here Xing says, "Boss, I did not do anything like that at all." So the boss says, "Xing, I know you well, so don't fake act in front of me," and he leaves from there. On the other side, we see that Pai comes to Jia again. He gives him some documents and says, "Find out about all these things for me." Now he also finds out and quickly gives it to him. Then he goes and takes the manager and all the other teammates together and gets angry at the manager. Now everyone had found out that the manager was behind getting Kong kicked out. And here, he had not given Jia any other information but had asked him to find information about the manager. And now after all this is known, the director can't help either. And everyone there kicks him out. Everyone insults him a lot, disrespects him, and kicks him out of the office, which makes Juan feel very good. And Pai also starts to feel good because Pai had done so much for Kong. And everyone is very happy there now. After so many days, the coach, director, and all the other players are happy that they have taken revenge for Kong and have kicked this person out of here. Then everyone also goes to meet Kong and tells him to rejoin his company. Juan, in particular, is repeatedly telling him to rejoin the company because now the manager has also left from there and everyone has found out that all this was done by the manager and Kong was not at fault in this. But still, Kong refuses. He says, "Right now, I am in another team and I want to play with this team. If I leave at the last moment, there will be no one to play with them." Then he says, "We will definitely meet soon, but for now, let's meet in the finals." Juan agrees and says, "Okay, brother, this time we will meet in the finals." And they are very happy after such a long time, where Xing and Kong have reached the final round. Ying is called for live commentary. She already knows which video to comment on, so she calmly follows the script and gives a tremendous commentary which everyone likes. The judges give points and decide who will be the host. Then Ying is called. She first makes small talk, like how the weather is, so that the audience can connect with her quickly. Then she starts the match commentary, which is very good, and even those who have not seen the match before can relate to her. Because of this, she gets points quickly, and the audience applauds for her. The winner is determined by the difference in the judges' points. Some judges who know Xing and Kong voted in Ying's favor. Ying and Mian also vote. Mian hesitates at first but then gives Ying full marks because she showed interest in her performance and made a good connection. After the show, everyone parties. Mian gives Ying tickets to her show and says that she must come. Ying is very happy. During this, Ling has a bad accident. Everyone gets worried about him. Ying goes to the hospital and is grief-stricken by her brother's condition, blaming herself that maybe the accident happened because of her. The next day, Ying goes to the office and sees that someone else has taken her place. she still keeps her courage and helps the team. Kong encourages her. After this, Ying goes to meet Mia. Mia tells her that during their trainee days, Kong took care of her in every way: rent, food, even instruments. She tries to show Ying that Kong probably still likes her. Ying feels bad and leaves from there. The next day, all the players arrive at the hotel. Kong tries to talk to Ying, but she ignores him. During practice, Ji is busy on his phone, lying that his mother is sick, but he is actually talking to his girlfriend. A little later, he breaks up with his girlfriend, Xing. Kong tells Gan that Ji is lying. Gan ignores him. Ying remains busy, staying away from Kong. After the breakup, Ji drinks too much. Shu and Gan take him to his room. Shu blames Gan. On the day of the match, Ying prepares for commentary, but secretly tears pages from Ji's diary. Ji is still drunk and plays poorly in the match. At this time, Mia comes to the stadium and says that she has come to support an old friend. Everyone understands she is talking about Kong. Ying feels bad seeing this. In the first round, Kong's team lags behind due to Ji's weak performance, whereas during the commentary, Ying comes under pressure from the fans. She misstates the data, but she is told to only comment on the match. The first round is very bad. The team loses because Ji is sobering up. Shu motivates everyone, but they lose the second round as well. After the match, Mia indirectly hints that Kong is her friend, and rumors spread in the media that Mia and Kong are dating. Ji, getting jealous, accuses Kong of dating everyone, which breaks the team's focus. After the match, reporters make Ying the villain, saying she came between Kong and Mia. Kong explains to her that it's not her fault. At night, Ying asks Kong for the truth, and he tells her everything that Mia was his ex, and he is now just supporting her as a friend so she doesn't get insulted. Kong promises to fix everything but will wait for the right time. Ying gets emotional, Kong is tense, and the media pressure keeps increasing. On the other side, the media backlash against Mia gets so intense that her contracts are being cancelled, albums and shows are being dropped, and her career is on the verge of ending. Fans are questioning her image, saying an idol should not be dating. Tony explains to her that if she is risking everything for Kong, she should be prepared for heartbreak, but if she has decided, he will support her. On the other hand, Kong remains tense about his team and Ying. Shu behaves rudely with Ying. The media portrays Ying as the villain, but Kong explains to her that she is not guilty. Gradually, some people start supporting Mia. In the matches, Kong's team starts performing well. Ji patches up with his girlfriend and promises to focus on work. During a match, Ying hears that Kong is injured. She panics and runs to his room, hugs him, and says that she was very scared. But on Ying's concern, he kisses her and says that he only loves her. Ying bursts into tears and says that she doesn't want to be anyone's substitute, angrily pushes him away, and leaves. On the other side, Luo realizes that he might also be starting to like Ying. Ying is on the roof, crying and letting out her anger. Luo secretly listens and comforts her. After this, Kong is finally going on a date with Ying. He is taking Ying to a secret garden to make up for the regret of that day. Mia also decides to let go. She is recording a video in which she prays for Kong and Ying and sings "Beyond the Sky" one last time. The organizing committee's investigation against Ying has not yet reached a conclusion, but the chairman intends to fire Ying. But Luo raises his voice in favor of Ying, saying, "If Ying is fired, then fire me first." Pai is very worried about Kong's next step. Surprisingly, Pai says that wherever Kong goes, he will also go. These words sound like a confession, which makes Kong laugh. Kong guesses that no team will take him now, but Pai's words give him an idea. He plans to create his own team. Ying is encouraging Kong. Because this is a new beginning, Kong names his team Phoenix. Ying stands by Kong and supports him. But on the other hand, she does not want to hurt Luo anymore, so she plans to resign. On the other side, Kong is busy designing the Phoenix team's logo, selecting uniforms, and choosing a training base. One person he wants to include in the team is Shi. Shi waits for Kong all day at Dream Traveler. Besides Pai, Kong wants to recruit one more person, and that is Sun. Sun regrets at that time that he could not win the championship with the Pioneers. Kong wants to lead Sun and win the championship, but Sun feels that he has grown old now and the golden era of professional players has passed. Besides, he could not resolve the emotional knot of that match, so he refuses Kong. But when Sun sees the Phoenix team's uniform, the old passion returns to his heart. On the other side, Pai officially terminates his contract with Legends. He understands that his Legends teammates will not be worried about his departure, so he does not say goodbye to anyone. In the next scene, the world competition starts. First, these matches are held in China. and if a team is selected from here, they are sent for the World Championship. This time, the Phoenix team is also participating for the first time. There is talk about this team everywhere because the team includes Pai, who is the #1 player, Juan, a strong support player, and Gao, who got into a controversy last year. All these players were once top and popular players, so people have mixed opinions about them. Some positive, some negative. But the team itself is only focusing on their game. Here, the media conducts interviews where each player shares their views. Some say Phoenix will win, some doubt it. On the other hand, people say that the now captain G will surely defeat Kong this time. Then Phoenix has its first match. The team performs very well, but the one who shines the most is Ling. This is his first international match, and he plays so tremendously that he is praised everywhere. After the match, gifts from fans arrive for the players at home. The most gifts are sent for Ling. Everyone is happy. Just then, Ling's mom suddenly arrives. She has found out that Ling is not going to school but is secretly pursuing an esports career. Mom angrily says that she wanted her son to have a secure career, not to become a support player. She puts all the blame on Kong, that he instigated Ling. Mom yells that her family already faced difficulties once because of a basketball career, and now Ling is ruining his future again. Ling directly tells his mom, "This is what I want to do. It makes me happy. Please, Mom, you can leave. I don't want to talk about it anymore." Ling's father with difficulty takes his mom from there. Even after coming home, Mom keeps getting angry, but the father explains, "Look, this esports is growing very fast now. Players are getting both fame and money. We should trust our son, and I also have faith in Kong." The next day, Ling's father brings his belongings and things and gives them to him, saying, "I know you will do very well. Ying is also doing very well. I have a lot of faith in both of you." On the other side, Kong stays up all night making strategies for his team. He is stressed. Yan gives him a mask and says, "Wear this. Your face looks very tired." Kong laughs at this. The next morning, Kong tells the team the new strategy shadow practice. In it, he says that Ling and Pai will switch their positions to confuse the enemy. Sometimes it will seem like Ling is in this position, but it will actually be Pai, and sometimes the opposite. The team hesitates a bit, and Ling refuses. He says, "I won't be able to play in Pai's place, especially when there are pro players like Pai in front of me." But everyone encourages him. Pai is also scared, but finally agrees. The next match starts. The team performs well initially, but when the positions are switched, Ling makes one mistake after another. The other 4 players support him, yet he can't handle it, and they lose the match. The fans who were praising Ling yesterday now start criticizing him. Comments appear on social media. Ling is useless. The team lost because of him. Seeing this, Ling gets very depressed. He doesn't eat, locks himself in his room, and doesn't talk to anyone. Kong had full belief in his strategy. He said that Ling is still a child. That's why he's taking too much pressure. He had never faced so much criticism before, which is why it was difficult for him to bear it. But Kong believed that gradually he would learn everything. Good and bad things happen in life, and Ling will soon understand that all this is normal. But this has a very bad effect on Ling. He is not able to focus on the game. On the other side, we see that Tony is being guided by Zheng. She says that he has to give his best in his next performance because his reputation has been damaged due to the previous controversy. If he flops again, his career might be over. Tony also agrees and helps her so that she can focus completely on her concert. Then Ling's scene is shown again. Ling is very worried. The team players Kong, Fang, and the rest discuss that maybe Kong made a mistake by putting so much pressure on Ling. But Kong says, "I will not change my strategy. We will win with this." Everyone is against him, but he sticks to his decision. The next day, Ling is taken to the hospital. His leg had not healed yet. The nurse tries to take care of him, but Ling does not pay attention to himself at all. He feels that everything is useless. He has no future. Meanwhile, Pai comes to the hospital to meet Ling. Pai had never used social media, but for the first time, he creates an account. There he writes, "Ling is my teammate. I have full faith in him." This is his first international tournament. Naturally, he needs time. If people criticize so much, how will he improve? He needs support. Then a new player is introduced, Li, who is China's best support player. He comes to train the Phoenix team. Both Ling and Pai take training from him. Gradually, Ling improves, and his confidence returns. The next match takes place. This time, Ling plays very well and the team wins. The fans' anger subsides and they start supporting them again. Now, Phoenix starts winning continuously. The team's bonding also becomes strong. Everyone eats, sleeps, and practices together. On the other side, a twist comes. A fight happens between Tong and Shan. Shiyan sees Tong's recording. Out of fear, Tong tells the whole truth. Ji was behind the strategy leak and old mistakes, not Tong. Both of them go to the team and tell the truth. The team decides that they will investigate, and the one who is at fault will be punished. back to Phoenix. The team is now performing tremendously. They are ready for the finals. Ling's grandfather and mother also come to watch the match. They had tickets, but they were late, and due to rules, they were not getting entry. Just then, Ying's father calls and gets them inside through someone. Ying makes her mom and dad sit in the front seat and sits between them. While watching the game, they don't understand anything, so Ying explains it to them in detail. The stepmom also talks lovingly to Ying, and their relationship gets better. In the game, Phoenix wins. On stage, the players thank everyone. Kong's strategy is praised. Ying also goes on stage and everyone feels proud. Later, everyone has dinner, shares memories, and is very happy. Ling now starts playing in Pai's place, and both of them perform well by switching each other's positions. During this, Tony calls Kong and tells him that Mia is in the hospital. She fell during her concert rehearsal, which caused a head injury, and the doctors say that she might go blind forever. Kong feels very guilty and stays with her. Mia feels better spending time with him. Ying comes to give Mia flowers, but sees in the room that Kong and Mia are hugging each other. Seeing this, Ying gets very hurt and leaves from there without saying anything. Finally, a man meets Ying and says that he has proved everything, that the fault was Mei Zhen's. Now Ying can rejoin, and he wants Ying to come back. It is all proven to Ying that the real fault was hers, and she has ruined her own career because she was always caught up in jealousy and shortcuts. People explain to her that she had talent, but jealousy ruined everything. The boss also tells her that if she had blamed someone else, her career could have been saved. But by admitting her mistake, she doesn't make a mistake again and gives up everything. When Ying comes home, everyone is happy and tells her that she can now continue her career again. But she is sad because she had seen Kong and Mia hugging in the hospital. She feels that Kong doesn't care about her anymore. So she leaves letters for everyone and leaves. She leaves a different message for each person and writes to Kong that when everything is fine, she might come back. In the team, Shu now becomes the captain and implements very strict rules. On the other side, Ying focuses on her career and people support her. On the other side, in the hospital, Mia has actually recovered and her eyesight has returned, but she pretends to still be blind. Tony gets angry and says, "You are obsessed with Kong and this is not love, just obsession." Mia says, "No matter what, Kong is hers." Tony is forced to promise her that he will not tell Kong the truth. Kong takes care of Mia and spends a lot of time with her. One day, he finds Mia's book, which makes him suspect that Mia has actually recovered and is pretending. But he still doesn't say anything and quietly leaves. On the other side, there is tension between Kong, Mia, and Tony. Mia pretends to be blind, but Tony knows that she has recovered. Mia wants to be with Kong and asks for Tony's help to take her to watch the match. Tony is angry but remains silent because of their friendship. On the other hand, emotions grow between Ying and Huan. Ying shares her past where her first love left her. That's why she is afraid of new relationships. But Huan likes her and finally kisses her, which makes Ying remember him. Huan repeatedly expresses his love and says, "I will never leave you." Slowly, Ying also melts. After this, the World Championship starts, which is hosted in China for the first time. Both Phoenix and Legends teams qualify. Legends loses, and there is an emotional scene where they support Phoenix and give them their badge. The Phoenix team becomes more motivated to win the championship. Meanwhile, Kong and Ying meet again. Kong secretly expresses his feelings, and Ying also slowly realizes that Kong still cares for her. A slight emotional connection forms between them again. In this, the ex-boyfriend and Ying talk where they both admit that their biggest mistake was jealousy and ruining their careers by being envious of others. Now, they decide that they only have to support their country and team. The boyfriend also understands and supports the Phoenix team. On the other side, Phoenix's final match is with the Jeffries team. In the first round, Phoenix wins and the fans are very happy. Fang also praises them because they used his technique, but in the second round, Jeffrey cracks their shadow technique and both teams are at a 1-to-1 position. Now the third round will decide who will be the champion. In the dressing room, everyone is confused about what strategy to use because Jeffrey had read their every technique. Meanwhile, Ying goes to support Kong but sees that Mia is hugging him and she is not actually blind. Seeing this, Ying gets sad. Kong also gets emotional, but the team members control him so that he can focus on the final round. When the final round starts, Phoenix is in trouble. They don't have a proper technique, but Kong decides to use all resources and make a risky blast. Some team members sacrifice themselves, but in the end, Sun finishes 3 opponents and Phoenix becomes the world champions. The whole of China is proud of them. Fans and Fang cry with joy. Jeffrey also shows respect. On stage, Kong says, "It's not just our 5 members, but all the old teams and their support is why we won. Then he calls Ying. They both lift the trophy and everyone claps. In the end, Kong fulfills the promise he made to Fang win the trophy for China. In the last scene, he takes Ying to the top of a building, shows her a fireworks show, proposes to her, and Ying says yes. They both hug and the drama ends with a happy ending.